It's Faith Over Everything. It's a podcast where we talk about everything.
Everything?
Everything. No topic is safe.
But we gon' give it to you through the lens of faith.
Alright.
So sit back, relax, and let us do what we do. It's your host, Jazz and Ange. It's the FOE crew.
Okay.
I said sit back, relax, and let us do what we do. We your hosts, Jazz and Ange. We the FOE crew.
Hey, FOE.
FOE.
Faith over everything.
Faith over everything.
FOE.
FOE.
Faith over everything.
Hey y'all, and welcome to December. We are in December.
Oh my goodness. The last month of the year.
It is. And you know what? My thing was, you said it. I was like, that's right. But in my head, I said the last year of the month. That's what I was saying. Something wrong with me, y'all. I've been mixing up stuff.
Last year of the month. God dog. She
I've
just
been
gonna take
mixing
us
up stuff.
out.
I've been mixing up stuff like crazy lately. Like, what was we talking about the one day? I was just mixing up letters and words.
Oh my goodness. You was going at it too. I think you even did it on one of the podcasts. You was like,
Listen.
sit back and shut down. Or sit. What you say? Sit down.
It probably was shut up and sit something. I don't know.
You was like, sit back
shut down
and
and
shut
sit
down.
Listen. Your girl be struggling, okay? Words just don't be wording the way they supposed to for me. So, y'all know what it is. Anyway, welcome to December's episode of Faith Over Everything podcast.
Yay.
I am Angela Suggs.
I am Jasmine Suggs.
And we are here again for December's episode. We're going to jump right into this icebreaker. Okay, I'm not 100% sure about this one, but I feel like I was interested. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ask it. Okay, so would you rather always say what you're thinking, or never be able to speak again? And see, I knew this would be good for you because I know that you wear stuff on your face. So like things that you're thinking, you don't say it out loud, but I can see it on your face. So I was like, ooh, this is probably a good one for Jasmine because what she be thinking, nobody ever knows, but you can see it on her face. Like you said, that one person at your job was like, so tell me something about that meeting because I can see on your face that.
What my face be doing?
I'm like, but it's interesting because you either have to say what you're thinking all the time or never speak again.
I honestly think that I would be okay with never speaking again.
I knew you was going to say that.
The fact of what I be thinking,
you wouldn't have no job.
Sometimes it don't be of God, okay? So even in my mind, I'll be like, oh, Lord, forgive me. Take that away from me. Like, that is not what a child of yours would say or think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can just text you. And like you said, it's on my face anyway, so you know what I'm saying. So it'd be like, just not throw this chicken away. Be like,
like, oh, I don't know. I feel, y'all know I like to talk.
I was going to say, now, child, you.
But I'm the same as you. Like, y'all, I am just going through it. Congestion. My throat is dry. It's just coming for me, okay? I don't know. Because I do feel like the same. Like some things that I think in a work setting, I don't think that I could say what I be thinking. Like, it's just not, it would not be conducive to my livelihood. And I like to eat. I like my lights to be on. I like to have a car. So, I like to have insurance. All of those important things that are important to your life, your children's life, all of the things. So, excuse me. I guess I would just be a mute. I'm going to be texting and typing everything I got to say. Like,
I got to see you that one thing that, I don't know if y'all already seen it. I don't know, but it was the thing that like you would just be typing or whatever, and it was like the way that you be typing when you really mean something or whatever, and it was I think it was on Embracing Culture or something. It was like like I was like, oh my gosh, like yes, like I'm feeling all of that. Like yes, go ahead, type what you feeling or whatever, but keep it professional.
Definitely. Oh yeah, I think you did send us that where, or maybe you didn't send it to me, but I might have saw the thread where it was like, yes, I did see. I saw that. You'd be like, yes. So yeah, I would have to be quiet. Shh, be quiet. Tonight is the night that we will.
The fact that we thought of that.
Was we singing the same song?
Yes, but I'm mad because I'm like, right now it sounds like we're on the same, but I know that mine's is like a delay, so it's gonna be sounding like
I don't know. Who knows? It might sync up.
Hopefully it do.
Because... Who was that? Was that Juvenile?
Yeah, Juve.
Listen, I be singing songs, so I'll be know who be singing them songs. Sometimes I just be like, But all right, y'all. That was cool. That was fun.
What y'all do?
Exactly. We both gonna be quiet, clearly. Y'all may have better thoughts than we do, so maybe y'all can talk. I can't. So let us know down below what you gonna do. Mama Elaine, I know you gonna be here, girl. So tell us, what would you do, mother? Would you? I don't even remember. Not talk no more or say everything that's on your mind. I feel like she probably already say just about everything on her mind.
With everything on her, she like, what? And who gonna check her, boo?
I don't know. You'd be surprised. I mean, she's very. I don't know, Mama. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
But anywho, again, I may be struggling through this episode, so y'all don't judge me when I'm drinking up all my water. But we're gonna jump into our main topic, which is what to do with 2022. Now, y'all know 2022 is almost out the door, okay? And although every year is a blessing, we thank God for it, 2022. Listen, I told Jasmine the best way for me, like, I don't know, I was on TikTok. I know TikTok, I be scrolling. And they'll have certain little, I think we talked about it on here where I was talking about the soul food. We had talked about it on here where they be act like they eating their food and that line, it'd be like, Miles, or, I let the family in my house and the family mess with my husband, whatever. And so they'd be like, what? Just acting all invested. So one day I was minding my business and I just was thinking, like, you know what? I let 2022 in. And 2022 came in and took my grandma. I said, what in the world? Like, and then I, like, it was like I was envisioning the soul food scenes, like the scene though. And people was like, what? 2022? Like, no, you didn't. But then I was like, dang, it's even worse because 2022 came in and took Jasmine mama. I said, so who am I? Like, not who am I? Like, I got my own, that was my own little grief, my own little bucket of grief. But, to be fair, my grandma was old, whatever. Like, we'll go into that. But I guess we'll just start there with me. 2022, I guess the downfall of 2022 for me would be the passing of the matriarch of my family, which was Rosa Nell Jones. Okay. My grandma was the sweetest person ever. Well, it's so funny because I only know my grandma to be the sweetest person ever. There may be some people out here, like her children or something. Like my uncle was like, she was not like that's because she was your mama.
Right. Grandma nice.
Exactly. Grandmas, they don't do that to that baby. Don't do that. Elaine, you don't treat Miles like that. Don't do that to Xavier. When good and dang well 30 years ago, that's not what you said to me. You ain't give me no grace. You was not, listen. That baby was getting her butt whooped, okay? Yes, I got whoopings. Call CPS, okay? Because Elaine was whooping me. But But yeah, like my grandma was the sweetest person ever. She um she just was a good spirit. Never I remember when I was younger, I don't know how old I was. I know I don't know if it was every summer. Mother, you can tell me in the comments. But I know that I did spend summers with her. Not like the whole summer, but it would be like a period of the summer I was spend with my grandma. I would always be over there. I remember that much because I was young enough to have the memories, but not young enough to necessarily know if I was there like all the time. But I knew that we were there because it was a little girl across the street named Angelica, and she was my best friend when I was at my grandma's house. And Angelica had two big wheels, and we used to ride our big wheels up and down the neighborhood, and it was a grand old time. And my grandma would tell the story that one day she came outside, and I was just standing outside, just doing a pee pee dance, like ooh, whatever. And she was like, "Girl, Angie, what is wrong with you? Go in the house. You got to use the bathroom. Go in the house and use the bathroom." She was like, "You was like, no, Grandma, I can't go to the bathroom. Freddy Krueger in the bathroom. Freddy Krueger in the bathroom." Angelica had told me that Freddy Krueger was in the bathroom, so I wouldn't go to the bathroom. Because she clearly had watched Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the other thing too. My cousins and brothers, they used to watch that, and then I would have bad dreams, and I would think Freddy Krueger was in the sink, in the just this. My cousins did that to me. Okay, well they didn't do it to me, but that's just when I was with my cousins. That's what happened. My grandma would always tell the story of how when my mom and dad got divorced, we were living in Texas. You know, I was born in Texas, H Town.
Oh my God.
Houston, Texas. Okay. Anywho, me and my nephew got that together. We are Texas bred. Okay. Jasmine she jealous. She be mad because me and AJ
am I? Y'all see it? Where's that? Y'all see it? Shameless plug.
Oh, my end is blurry, but I know it's Wisconsin. Look, I know it's Wisconsin. Plug. Just in case y'all didn't know, that is the state of Wisconsin. Ooh. Hey, Larisha, thank you, girl. It's nice. I want one. Well, I don't need one. Never mind. I don't need nothing else. But it's cute. It's pretty. It's nice. Anywho, my mom and dad got divorced, and so my mom came back to Wisconsin, and I was 2 when they got divorced. And let's just say I was a brat. I wasn't say I was a brat. It was just all I knew was my mama, my daddy, and my brother. And so my grandma was like, "Ooh, Angie was just." They used to call me Snake. When I was a kid, that was my nickname growing up, was Snake, because apparently I was mean. Go figure. But she was like, I would not let her touch me. I wouldn't let her do my hair. I wouldn't let her, like, I just would just be looking at her like, no, whatever. Have attitude, everything. So much so that one day my grandma got so mad at me. She just got fed up with me. And she was like, "You know what, little girl, that is fine. Go. Gone." Because she said every time I would say, like, she was like, "Oh, Angie, come do it. I don't want to eat your food. I want to go back to Texas, eat food with my daddy." Whatever. Or I would say, like, or I want to go to Texas. I don't want to take no bath in your bathtub. I want to take a bathtub in my daddy's house in Texas. Whatever. So she was like, "All right, you know what? Fine. Go back to Texas. Leave." She said she opened that front door and she told me to go. And would you know, little Angie didn't care. Angie was like, "Shit, you ain't got to tell me twice. I ain't gonna stay nowhere. I ain't want it." And that baby walked about the house and proceeded to walk down the stairs. It's 27th and Cypress. Walked down the stairs, was walking up the block until her mama came and got her. Like, my mama was like, "Mama, no, don't tell her." No, so my mama came out. Again, I don't know exactly how my mother reacted. That's what my grandma told me. My mama came out. Thank you, Mama, for loving me. She came out and got me, and she brought me back. And I don't know how long in between the said incidents were, but then one day my grandma made a chocolate cake, and she said that she made the cake, and she left the kitchen, and when she came back, I had pinched all the chocolate off the rim of the cake, whatever. And after that moment, we was cool. Like, I guess I tasted that cake and was like, "Oh, she the truth." You know what I'm saying? Girl, chocolate cake has always been my favorite to this day. To this day. Okay. And it probably was because of my grandma and her chocolate cake. But she won me over with that cake. And she used to press my hair. And she never burned me.
Oh,
My
that's
mama always
good.
burned me. Elaine used to burn me. Like, I know you didn't try too,
Girl,
mama.
that's just the heat.
You moving too much. How come my grandma don't burn me then? Like, I don't. And I probably was moving. You know why? Because I was paranoid. I had just PTSD. Like, you just can't. I can't sit still. But yes, but my grandma made it to 92 years. So that is a blessing, you know, although of course I do miss her physical. It definitely was a transition because she later in life, she did have like dementia, you know, so like memory issues. And Jasmine can attest the like, I think it was probably the last time I saw my grandma. Um, it was not a good experience for me. Because of course, you know, with your family members, you want to remember, you know, like you want them to remember you, you know, whatever. And in that moment, like she didn't remember me. So it was just kind of like, oh, this is like different. Like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. So when she passed, of course, I definitely was grieving her physical body not being here as far as like her, I wouldn't say her, but just, well, the grandma that I knew, the grandma I knew, she had already been gone for a couple years. It was just her physical body was still here. And of course, you hold on to that. So then when her physical body transitioned, in all honesty, although it hurt, if anything, I rejoiced in her passing because she was old. Her body was old. Like the morning before she passed, I was on the phone with my aunt and she was staying with my aunt. And she was like, okay, Rosa, I'm going to turn you, you know, whatever. Like, and I heard my grandma moan like the way she moaned, it was like her body hurts. Like, you know, this is not ideal for her. Like, this is not comfortable. So, the next day when I learned that she passed, it was more like, okay, you have to process that. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, you know what? She was old. Her body was like, girl, we done. We done. And so I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that she made it to 92 years. She lived a good life. She had 7 children. I don't know how many grandchildren she had. Don't get me to make no stories up. She had great grandchildren. She had great great grandchildren. Whatever. And my grandma told me I was gonna marry Marcus. She was right. My grandma told me I was gonna have 2 kids. She was right. When I didn't think, listen, when I tell you, I visited her. I had Xavier. We went to go visit her, and she was like, "Oh, he's just so pretty. Where your other baby at?" I said, "Grandma, I only got 1 baby," and she said, "No, baby, you got 2." I said, "You right, Khalil? Yeah, you talking about my oldest son? This is a you talking about my oldest son?" I said, "Yeah, you." I was like, "Oh yeah, you know he lived with his mom." She said, "No, you got 2 kids. You got another baby." I said, "Grandma, no, I don't." Now, being transparent, when she told me this, at this time, I did suspect I might have been pregnant. And I did go home the next day and I got a test and I did end up being pregnant, but it ended up being the ectopic pregnancy, whatever. But, you know, of course, when I was like in the moment, even when I was telling her, like, girl, no, I was like, how do she know? Like, how do she, girl, how you be knowing? But them grandmas, and listen, she was a praying grandma too. But my grandma was also a cussing Christian. Okay, so I don't do that. I ain't no cussing Christian, but my grandma was. But she knew her word. Okay, she knew her word. She knew her Bible, and apparently she knew my life because that baby told me what was gonna happen. So, again, 2022. Again, although I miss my grandma and I love my grandma, I feel like she had a wonderful life. She's in heaven now. She went on to heaven. Ooh, no matter what they say. Okay, listen. the song that Jalen wrote for us that me and Jasmine sing all the
Yes.
time that y'all gonna know by the time
Okay.
we done with this podcast. Okay, somebody gonna put
Listen.
some music to it, some more
Man,
words, some verses. Come on,
yes.
y'all, listen.
Yes, y'all.
That's gonna be our intro song. I wanna go to heaven.
Come on, next season.
No matter what they say. Okay, I'm going to heaven. I want to go to heaven too. Get my mansion, you know. So listen, that's where she at. I'm happy she's in heaven, and I'm going to end it there and sing. Jasmine, your turn.
What? Not the end scene.
And sing.
Oh, 2022. It was definitely an emotional roller coaster. I probably would. I'm gonna probably start good, then the hard part, and then.
Oh, so you want me to go into my good then? I didn't do my good. Well, my good is not really all that. I can. My good is just.
Or do you want? Go ahead. Yes. Go. Yeah. Do your good.
No,
because I feel like mine's is gonna be like so drawn out and long. So I just.
That's fine, because y'all, if I turn the camera off, y'all, I'm blowing my nose. Just don't want y'all to be up in my business. But my good is not even really that much. Just thinking about it, like I don't really necessarily. I mean, praise reports, of course. My knee surgery was good. That's good and bad because I'm only 38 and I got knee problems, so that's bad. But
hey, you came out that surgery alive.
Yes, I came out of surgery alive. I'm good to go. My knee is on the up and up. So that's great because now I can run around. Because y'all, I was struggling. Like, who gonna take care of this baby? Who gonna go get this baby? Who when he gets a walk-in house, it's gonna happen. So the knee surgery was successful. Started a new job this year, and then of course you guys know when we relocated, I was just like, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna work? And I kind of just felt like, oh, I'm gonna find me a job. And I mean, the place I work at now, I be wanting to like not necessarily toot the horn too much because I feel like I'm still only about 9 months in, or almost 9 months in. So you know how things be good. It's like a relationship. They show you their representative. But right now, representative is still very much present, and I like what I see. Okay, so I'm going to stick beside him. Represent your clique. I'm going to stick beside him. Okay, so to me, that's just like my biggest thing is just having a job in a company that I actually like a team, like like my leaders, like I like everybody. Like I don't when it comes to work, of course, not say I don't like work, but like sometimes you just be like, I don't want to go to work today. But once I get to work, it's not a horrible, it's not a horrible thing. It's not a hard job. It's not an easy job either, but it's not insanely hard. I get to go to school, get my degree. And I'm thankful for that. So that's just a good thing that I was able to, relocate and kind of finding my footing. We're getting good. So that's my good for the year. And C.
Stop doing the SC.
Listen, y'all. Okay, so Jasmine has already told me that there may be moments where I will have to jump in. Okay, just in case. Just in case.
Tissue ready. I have the cue of what I need to do.
Because I told y'all what 2022 did, okay? So, up front, I told y'all up front, just in case y'all wasn't paying attention or y'all didn't know. We didn't told y'all up front what happened. So, with that being said, just know that what I have been tasked to do, now I had already told her, hopefully, I'm not over here having my own little moment, but I'm going to try to do what I have been hired to do. Okay.
You only got one job.
Exactly. I only have one job, you guys. So I pray that the Lord gives me the strength to do it. I believe He will. I'm accepting it. I'm receiving it ahead of time. Thank you, Father God, in advance for allowing me to do my job that you have called me to do.
Oh my gosh. But okay, so yeah, like I was saying, it's been an emotional roller coaster, of course. It started out with I want to say, well, actually it didn't start out because we knew back in, I want to say last 2021, we knew that my mom had was diagnosed with cancer. But she basically was going through all of her radiation and her chemo, and she was healed. in March.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, the doctors had said that she didn't have it anymore. So we were, doing a celebration. She had a group me chat from one of her closest friends, Miss Willis, had did like a group me, and it had plenty of friends on there, like just daily, 24 hours around the clock, praying for her throughout her radiation on chemo. So when she did report that she was healed, we had did it was like a praise service basically on Zoom or whatever. And that was my oldest daughter, her senior year. So you can just imagine just being on the up and up, like, okay, yes, my mom is healed from cancer. She had uterine cancer. So she was healed from that. And then my daughter was graduating in May. She was getting accepted into the school that she wanted to go to. She got accepted into Texas Southern. My middle baby girl, she was turning 16. So it was just like everything was going good. AJ, he was getting into, thank you, he was going to daycare, or about to go to daycare. Like my mom was able to, like, because for me, that's her lane. Like, hey, you know all about daycare and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she, approved the lady and everything like that. Was like, yeah, you need to jump on it. Like AJ needs to, that's her AJ. She just needed to make sure that AJ was straight. Hold on, I gotta plug this up. That's why I'm only stepping away.
So she's plugging up something right now. So those who are not able to see, Jasmine is plugging up something into the wall. It must be the charger.
I had to get the charger, yeah, because I thought I was gonna make
Yes.
it. She was at 100%, but it is what it is. So, where was I at? So May came. I wrote some stuff down because I was like, it's
It's
certain
okay.
things that I that I really had wanted to talk about, of like the preparation of my mom's homegoing. So let me see here. So a long, long time ago, and I want to say it had to be like around 2010
Hmm.
or so, because I know for a fact it was Jalen was still going to daycare at New T, and Yana was at NTCA.
Mm-hmm.
I was still at MATC working on my associates. So I was like, I don't remember I don't remember the actual years, but I do remember all of that taking place
Like
while
what
I
was
was in
going on in
school.
your life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like I had told my mom like a long time ago, I was like, Mom, I had a dream that you had passed away. And she looked at me like, okay. And I was like,
What?
"What you mean? Okay?" She said, "Well, what's the problem? I would have been in heaven. So what's the problem?"
Mm.
I said, "Girl, you would have left me and my daddy. What you mean? What's the problem? You would have left me, my daddy, and my brother. Like." And she was like, "But I would have been in heaven." I was like,
She wanna go to heaven. Ooh, that's it.
I'm like, so I'm telling her about this nightmare, because it wasn't a dream; it was a nightmare. So I'm like, excuse me, and I quote, she was like, "Well, good. I will be in heaven anyway." And just kept on walking, going about her life. Going about her day, just a walking and talking. And this girl just don't know that she.
Was you at her house or y'all was
We
out
was
and
at the
about?
church, so we was
Okay.
at the church, and I think I was picking up the girls or whatever, and I was telling her like, oh, I'm so glad to see you, girl. Like,
Let me tell you about this dream I just had.
So she just, but anyway, so that was a long, long time ago. So May comes around and it's Yana's graduation. Now mind y'all, March, she's cancer free, she's good, everything like that. May, her and my dad did go to Vegas. It was just them two. They had, they did their celebration. Like, hey, let's go on this trip. Just me and you. We've been going through, going to radiation, and
I was singing just me and you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you was doing.
I was waiting. Think I want to make a move. Okay, they better do
So
it.
yeah, so I was like, yes, go ahead. So they, while they at the trip, they sending me pictures of what they doing and stuff like that. Because this was their first time at Vegas. Some of the Saints feel like that Sin City. What y'all doing there? Y'all saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. What y'all doing there? Or whatever.
I'm saying everywhere I go.
Okay, that's what my daddy said. He said, I can attest. Listen, it may be Sin City, but I wasn't sinning. Okay. I was like, I mean, he didn't say it like that, but y'all know.
He said, I went and got me some food. And I ate my food on the strip.
I ate well.
I went to a show.
I ate well.
Okay. Went back to my room.
So
my
then,
wife.
Exactly. And did husband duties.
I was gonna say that, but I'm like, those are your parents, and we're on here,
Girl,
so
listen,
I do like
so
to mess
blunt.
around.
Listen.
I was gonna say, yeah, I do remember you would be like, my parents be. They don't
Oh
care.
my goodness, my daddy, he just be so for no reason. Like I be like, daddy, just a freak, like just.
No, he not. Don't tell nobody that. He is not a freak. No.
But he is not available either. Okay, listen,
Exactly.
I don't care. My mama in heaven and everything, but please believe, it's too many of us. We'll be like, no, and no, and no.
Available.
He is not available. Okay, unavailable. Anywho, Control Alt Delete.
Woo! You've been warned.
So May comes around. Yana's graduation comes. Now, mind y'all, okay, I got to give y'all like some backstories about it. That's why I feel like it's gonna be long. I'm sorry in advance. So if y'all know me, y'all know I talk to my mama every single day, maybe like 2-3 times a day, and we will use Duo because she really didn't care about me. She wants to see AJ. So it was like, even when we would talk on the phone, we would talk for like 5 or 10 minutes, but then we would be like watching Family Feud together. We would be watching shows together while she's in Milwaukee. I'm here. Mm-hmm. Mind you, anytime that she, like before she was sick, she really lived here. Like anytime that she was off, Texas, she was here. Like she was a part-time resident here. Mm-hmm. Even in like when that 2022, we had already planned for her to move here. She was gonna come to Yana's graduation and just stay for 2 years. We was giving my daddy time to retire so then he can bring his butt here with her, and they was gonna get their house or whatever. Or they could have stayed with us. It didn't matter to me as long as my parents was here. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So May comes, graduation comes. She had got sick, and we had found out that it came back. So
help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way. Okay, y'all. So I don't know if y'all ever seen Miss Doubtfire, and when when the man started choking, that's what Miss Doubtfire has said.
So anytime you see her do that, it's like I'm choking up, and I just need something to, you know. I'm trying
break
to
up the foolishness,
right? Because I'm trying to get it out. I want y'all to know that when I do have my moments, I do take my moments. I don't hold it in. I do know that it's healthy to let it out. I understand that, but I'm trying to get this story out, and I'm not trying to be on here for like 2 hours because like our time, like we got to go. But
and we still got to do one more episode.
We still got to do another one after this. So it came back. We was already planning for her to come and just stay. She couldn't make it, of course, because she was in pain. She had to go to the hospital. She had to have an emergency surgery. It was supposed to take 1.5 hours. It took about 4 hours. So you can just imagine like everything that's going through our heads. Like we trying to be excited because our oldest, she just graduated from high school, about to go off to college, and then this stuff happens. So yeah. So June comes.
You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing really good.
So June comes, and we find out that when they did the surgery, they didn't tell us that it actually came back then. We just thought that it was actual tissue that was surrounding her.
When you say they, you mean the doctors or your parents?
The doctors.
Okay.
So the doctors kept telling her, because she was having pain, she couldn't keep nothing down.
Mm-hmm.
So they were saying, oh, it's scar tissue from when we first went in to remove the tumor and the cancer or whatever. So so when we take the scar tissue out or whatever, then you should be able to keep stuff down or whatever. She went through a whole series of weeks and months and weeks. Weeks and months, probably maybe 2 months, because this was a month. So it was weeks in the hospital.
It just seemed like a long
right,
time.
It seemed forever. So it was a certain time when she was actually in a hospital and she had to have a tube like in her nose, and that was the only way that her stomach would not hurt. So it would be like we would still be talking, and if AJ, we would do the duo because AJ don't hold the phone. He wants to see her, and he would be like Nana, like
take it out, like.
And she would be like,
"There's something
know,
in
baby.
your nose."
She like, I know, baby, I can't take it out right now, or it'll come out. So she finally was able to get that out. And I remember on their anniversary, June 15th, it was June 15th is a hype day. Like, it's their anniversary. It's Zoe's birthday. It's another couple that we love near and dear to our hearts. It's his birthday. It's my brunkle. But it's his birthday. So it's like a lot of things that happen on June 15th. But anyway, June 15th. Now all this time from May till June 15th, she wasn't able to really keep anything down, but it was coming out this way rather than the way that it was supposed to go. So the June 15th, it finally went out that way. So she was like, okay, they said that as long as I do that, I can go home. She did that. They still was trying to keep her. June 17th.
For those who are listening, she had a bowel movement because
correct.
We're not.
Sorry.
It was. I just had the thought, like, not everybody can see us, so that's because y'all need to be on YouTube watching us. Okay?
Right.
So she was throwing up. It was coming out. She was throwing up. It was not. She was not having bowel movements. And correct. Then she had a bowel movement on June 15th.
So she had June 15th. Then they was like, well, we're going to, see if you can do it again. She did it June 17th. So they finally had let her go home. So like between this time and like maybe the first week of July, she was still in pain. She still couldn't really keep anything down. Like, she would eat like a cutie orange and feel like she had a full Thanksgiving meal. Yeah, so it was like torture. Like, she would drink smoothies and it wouldn't taste the same. She would have to use plastic silverware because it tastes like metal if she used the other
regular silverware.
The regular silverware. Yeah. So that went on for a long time. She was going back and forth trying to go to different doctors, different hospitals. She finally gets a woman of color. I want to say that's when, I think that was in like June. And that's when the doctor had, the woman of color had told us, so they didn't tell you guys. Like, she was, because I was still asking, like, I'm trying to be the doctor all the way in Texas. Like, well, has she done this? Has the doctor done this? I'm reaching out to my friends that are nurses that know, like, all this stuff that's going on. I'm like, has she had oh my gosh, a colon cleanser? I'm like, when's the last time she had that? When's this? And then they like, well, yeah, she does need to have one because when she was supposed to have one, the cancer had came. And like, just going back and forth or whatever, like, she couldn't do it that. Then COVID came, then she couldn't do it then. So it was just a whole bunch of stuff. I was like, okay, so let's get this colon cleanser so she can go to the bathroom, so she can, so she can get together, and so she can bring her butt down here so she could move with us, So, so then, when a woman of color was like, oh, because I was telling my dad all this stuff, like, well, ask them this, or whatever. So he was like, yeah, there's something else before that or whatever that has to take place. And I was like, okay, well, what is it? So he was like, so yeah, the cancer came back, and when they went in to do the surgery, the scar tissue, it spread it. So it's not a secure. So
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
so they were saying that. So they said that it wasn't a way to cure it because it spread it, and she had a bowel obstruction. So they was setting up hospice and basically just making her comfortable. So we went from that to, okay, I need to go see my mom. She can't come see me. So I want to say after they told us that, I had talked to Aaron, and
I'm sorry if you
excuse me.
hear your nephews screaming.
It's okay.
They're
So I
look, they're the
talked to
distraction.
Aaron.
They're the distraction right now.
Right.
They like, did you need me?
Right. Oh, to the rescue. Help is on the way, dear. Oh my gosh.
Them babies got your back, girl.
Right. Listen, I love it. I love it. So we get on, we start looking for flights or whatever. I'm telling Aaron everything, and we find some good.
This end of June, beginning of July ish.
Yeah. So it was, and this was still like the time where I wasn't working. So it was like I can get up and go and stay, get up and go and do whatever.
Good memories.
Right. Kids is on, summer vacation, so it's just like nobody is losing here. So I was like, all right, let's look at these flights. So the flights, like, I think we had went from like July. Well, the plan was to be July 1st to like, what was it, like July 6th or something? But that's when, and I'll get into that too, when our flights had got canceled, or whatever. So what? Oh, I think I missed something. Oh, what? Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't miss nothing. So the first week of July, we was like, all right, let's go down there because, I know she was already mad because she couldn't come to, Yana's graduation. My mama, she didn't miss nothing. You hear me? So, I was like, all right, Yana, make sure that you bring all your stuff, like, so you can take, pictures with my mom when we go there, whatever. We took the pictures, so that at least, she would feel that she was there. Yeah. Like have that memory or whatever. So we get there, every single day. It was like, I'm going to be with my mom because I don't know. But it was like, you was like, still like, no, she gonna make it. She gonna come through this. And I think I had even talked to you when I was there because it was like, she was on heavy meds. And it would be times that I would be talking to her, and that was not my mom. And I would just be like, I don't know what's going on or whatever, but this is not my mom or whatever. And she would be telling me stuff, and
you called me, and I was like, I don't know what to say, because you was like, she talking crazy. I don't know why this is not my mom. This is not my mom. I'm like, what's she saying? Like,
girl, it was like, it's like I can't explain it, but I won't forget it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know the conversations that we were having, but it was just like, this doesn't make any sense. And if I tell anybody, they're going to be like, but it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, I know. That's why I didn't like the meds that they had her on. Because it just wasn't, it took her out of pain, but it was like, this is not you. And it was like heavy meds because she was in so much pain. So that week came, and when, like the Lord was preparing me, but I wasn't trying to accept it. Cause like, even when our flights were canceled, I was just like, he wants me to take every single moment and use it, because this is the last time that I'm going to see her on this side of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to ignore it. I'm like, nah, she gonna get better. It is what it is. July 14th comes around, and we at Yana's orientation. We having a good time. Then we go to the family,
Hotel, the family
yeah,
reunion.
the family reunion, and she leaves me a message that I still have to this day. I'm so thankful that I did not answer that phone when we were at the orientation, because I think I would have messed up everyone's day. Like everyone's day. Like my day, Aaron day, Yana's day, y'all day. Like everybody would have been tortured.
Everybody I came in contact with. You say, oh, this is the first day of the family reunion. We in Houston about to have a good time. Then Jasmine coming and be like, dun, dun, dun.
The Debbie Downer, like, what the heck just happened to her?
We try to dress up in our cowboy gear and be fun to have.
Right, exactly. So I'm pushing through it because I know, like, she left me the message and I listened to it. So then I'm telling Aaron, like, dude, my mama, she just left me this message, like, talking about I'll see y'all on the other side. And, like, I'm telling him everything that had happened or whatever. So, mind you, me and Jalen, we're on our way to go get her license, like, printed out, because she had already took the test. So we're going to get that printed out. So it's me, Jay, Aaron, and AJ in the car or whatever. So I'm like, let me just see, maybe she, but this I can tell. Now, mind y'all, I knew when she was on her meds, but when she had left that message, she was not on her meds. Like, that was my mama. So I was like, let me call my daddy. Like, she playing. So I'm like, who done made her mad? Because she should not be talking about, make sure you take care of your daddy, your brother, AJ. And tell Aaron I love him. I love y'all. See y'all on the other side. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, girl,
say, Daddy.
So I call my daddy. So as soon as I hear my daddy's voice, I can tell that he was crying and he's trying to hold it together. So then I lost it. I was just like, but what you mean? Like, he was like, yeah, she told me the same thing. And I was just like, no, like, no. And he was like, yep. And I was like, I'll call you back. Like, and then I just, like, broke down or whatever. Was talking to Aaron or whatever. Aaron was like, well, you want me to take Jalen in there? Like, because you can't go, you can't go like that. I was like, nope, I'm going to do it because we did the parent taught and I was the only one that was on the parent. I was like, nope, we're going to do it because I already know this DMV going to be like this. So I'm like, already like, okay, nope, I got to take care of this. I got to do this. Let's go. Let's hold it in.
Let me busy my mind
yes,
with something
exactly.
else.
I was like,
if
okay,
you leave me in
go.
this car, all I'm going to do is break down and cry. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly.
Like,
so we go and we just like, all right, get this taken care of or whatever. Me thinking that like Jalen, she acts like me, like we try to hold our emotions together, right? So I forget that Yana is like Aaron. She let her feelings out.
Does she?
Yes.
Okay.
So this was the day that this was the same day that she was like sick. Like that was, remember the evening we were supposed to be going to the banquet and stuff like that. So she was sick. So I'm like, girl, and I'm just talking or whatever, and I'm just like still in disbelief, like I already know, like all that stuff that happened that week, and then what my mama just left me that message, and I'm up there, sharing it with the girls again. Well, sharing it with Jalen again, but letting Yana know, like, girl, and call your nana because she up there talking about some, she gonna see us on the other side and she ready to go and all this other stuff. So then I'm not noticing. I'm saying it like, just saying it because I've already had my moment or whatever. But I forget.
I was gonna say, I will say, because you didn't tell me, because that was on a Thursday. You told me about it on Friday, and when you told me about it on Friday, you were very nonchalant. So I can believe that when you told them, because you was like, yeah, girl, my mama talking about something. She'll see me on the other side, take care of Aaron, take care of AJ, watch over my daddy and the girls and all that. Just talking crazy. And I was just like, oh, okay. He just thought you listen to somebody. Y'all know I went and talked to Aaron. I was like, Aaron, Jasmine said, he was like, we had our own little conversation. He was like,
gosh.
yeah, she's not processing. It's like she doesn't. We had our brother sister moment, so I was like, okay. But I gave her what she needed in that moment, and then I went and talked to her husband. Like, Jasmine said her mama did that. He was like, but he was like, yeah, she had her moment, she cried, whatever. But I don't think that she's, we just praying, we just praying that everything is gone. I'm like, we are okay. So I can believe that you did stay nonchalant.
Yes, I
to
definitely
them.
was nonchalant, and then all of a sudden I just turned, like, cause I'm like getting stuff ready or whatever, and then I turn and Yana's bawling, and I'm like, girl, don't do that, like, cause when I see my kids hurting,
I was gonna say that's your baby. Yeah, like that's your baby. Like,
so I'm just like, girl, don't do that. I was like, no, I didn't tell you this for you to do this. I like, we're not believing this. Like, no, we're not, And I always feel like if I'm showing my emotions, that I'm actually believing it. And like, in a sense, it's like kind of like, oh, I'm giving up on what I've been praying for. Mind you, I forgot to say this earlier, that when we had found out back in, what was that? What did I say, in June when we found out that it had came back?
Yeah, that's when the doctor of color, the black lady or the black doctor told y'all. Yeah, he said June.
So when we had found out, I actually even want to say either when we found out that or when we found out that, no, it had to have been that, because I think they had ended up telling me about the bowel obstruction and the cancer coming back at the same time. So I'm like, oh gosh, like, y'all, we got to go fast and pray. And y'all know it's the summertime. Y'all know that I love me some chicken. I was like, I don't even want to say it out loud, because I feel like when I say it out loud, then I got to commit to it. And then the girls was like, you finna fast some chicken in the summertime? I was like, I know. I was like, but I can do it. So all this time I'm fasting from chicken. From chicken.
I don't think I knew that. I didn't know you was fasting from chicken in the summertime.
I was fasting from chicken from the time that I had found out till the day that she passed away. And it was what else was happening? So that happened or whatever. Where are we at? July.
We at the family reunion weekend. So that's July 14, 15, 16.
Yeah. So mind y'all, so she left that message July 14th. She passed away July 24th. So that was 10, well, really more than 10 days, but 11 days, let's say. That it was just, I want to say whatever that Monday was, Aaron was supposed to be going to camp, and he was going to be gone for a week. I had to drop him off because there's no purpose of keeping the car there at the church or whatever. So my auntie duos me. It's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm like, what? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? So all I hear is all of them crying. And I hear my mom, she like, it's okay. Y'all go on about y'all day. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Like, she, like, literally. So then
consoling them. Like,
yeah. So I'm literally like, wait, y'all, what's happening? And then my auntie D, like, I don't know. She was like, Joe called, or either she said Joe called us, told us that the doctor said everybody needs to come up here. Like, all the family needs to come up here, like, now or whatever. So I'm like, what do you mean? And then my dad was, either it was my dad or my auntie, I can't remember, but somebody in my family was like, she's ready to go. Like, she's done. She doesn't want to do this anymore. Like, she's in too much pain and stuff like that. So at this time, she is, oh, I forgot to tell you, when I came up there, she was in hospice care. She was on, what was that, 76 in North Avenue or whatever. So she was in like the hospice care, but when I came, they were like, well, oh, we can release her. Like, they showed us how to put in the stuff, and I still got it on my phone to this day. and like showing us how to like put the medicine in, what to do to make sure that no air gets in there, everything. Like, girl, I feel like I was a nurse for real. I was like, I don't know how y'all do this. I can't do this. Like, so you mean to tell me that I'm gonna do this on my own? She was like, oh no, somebody will be there. I was like, so why are you showing me? Because I'm not gonna ever do this.
Why did you show me?
Girl, so I pick her up. We drive home, we talking, we having a grand old time. It would be moments that she would just be quiet, and it's so weird that the silence was so loud, kind of like it was just like she was trying to prepare me for me not to ever see her again. I could not accept it, but it was like it was silent but yet so loud. So we get to that day, that Monday or whatever. So I'm like, I'm looking for flights. I'm telling y'all, like, I'm finna drive down there. I'm finna do everything or whatever. So I'm talking to my dad, like, okay, I'm finna do this. You know, the kids, they'll come later or whatever, like, because they had to work and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I can come because I cancel these clients. Like, it's nothing, you know.
So these job interviews, like,
right. So and that was the thing. I was supposed to start a job.
I was gonna say I was gonna say that, like, this new job.
I was supposed to start a job that day. I was supposed to start orientation that day. And I called them, or I emailed them.
You emailed them?
Yes, I was like, this ain't gonna work. Like, this is not of God. I cannot work for y'all. And it was so crazy because that first week, it was that first week, it was going to be virtual. And then that second week, I was going to have to go in or whatever. So I was like, honestly,
she debated it for a while. Like, she was going back and forth. Like, should I go to work? Should I not go to work? Because I mean, it's virtual. It's da-da-da. But you know, my mom, and it's like, girl, just tell them that. But it's one of the things where it's like, you don't necessarily want to tell them, like, oh,
all my business, like girl,
not even that, but it's just like, did this really happen, or are you just telling me this just to not work?
Wouldn't it seem so
of
weird?
That's what it like. Of all days, for something to be going on with your mom, it just happens to be the day that you're supposed to start work.
Like, okay, you're supposed to work this day, and your mom's in hospice. Sure.
Like, okay. You said it like the clear-eyed, dry-eyed dude. Like, just real monotone.
Like, when I was sending the email, I was like, they're gonna feel this way, but you know what? I don't care. Like, I ain't trying to work no way. Like, I done told them, like, I ain't trying to work. So whatever. This is the Lord's will for me not to be working for y'all right now. Like, whatever. Okay. It is what it is. So that whole week was so like, I was on pins and needles. I was on eggshells. It was like every time my phone rang, it would just be like my heart would drop. And then my aunties would call me and my heart would drop. Then my daddy would call me.
Jasmine didn't show that. She definitely was, never let a freshman see you sweat, because every time she talked to us, she was very like faith over everything. That's the mantra. Like, you faith over everything. So like I tell y'all, she walked the walk, she talked the talk. This baby said, listen, she gonna make it. She's gonna be all right. Like, you would have never known that she was really, like, of course, I'm trying to have faith over everything as well. Like, but everything you telling me is not sounding good. And then, of course, I'm talking to, like, nurses. I think you was like, you had reached out to Toya, whatever. So I'm talking to Toya, and she's like, yeah, it don't sound good, whatever. But we're very much like, that's Jasmine's mom, so we get it. I understand that, of course, you're going to hold on to it as long as you can. And so when you like, it sound crazy, it don't sound crazy. That's what you're supposed to do. That's your mama. Like, girl, you supposed to.
Girl, listen. Yeah, because it was so crazy, because it was even even like what the Lord was leading me to read. It was like, it's not making sense that this is going to be it. Like, I was getting sent to Jeremiah, and how like the Lord had said to him, like, hey, you gonna die. And he was like, no, Lord, not me. Like, you don't do this to me. Like, please heal me or whatever. And it was like the Lord granted him 15 more years. And then it all was led to, like, in the Old Testament, where it'd be like, you'll live 70 years or whatever, and 80 years if the Lord, is merciful or something like that. And I was just like, and girl, you just turned 60. Like, and we would joke about it because she would be like, girl, I turned 60 and it's just been downhill since I turned 60. Like, I just don't understand. And then, like, when she had to have the surgery, she was like, I guess I can't wear my bikini. Like, they trying to mess up my stomach. I lost all this weight and I can't even show it. I was like, Ma, stop. So she was still like, and through all this time, like since the first time that she found out she had cancer till she passed away, my mom did not shed a tear. When I tell y'all, I knew that God had to give her that type of peace because my mom is a cry baby. Do you hear me? I'm talking about when she would watch the makeover shows, she would be crying for these people because she would be so happy for them. I would be looking over there. Mama, what is you doing? I'm just so happy that they got this new house. When we would watch the boss show, whatever. What is the undercover boss?
Undercover boss.
We would watch that, and they would get all if they would do
stories.
good or whatever.
You'd be like,
girl, yes, touching. But I'm talking about my mama would act like she knew these people for real. She'd be like, "This is so. Oh my gosh." I'm like, Ma, like you don't know these people, like. She was very
an empath. She was empathetic.
Yes, she was definitely like, I mean, like the go-to rock, like for real. And like just that whole week, I'm not gonna go into each day or whatever like that because I'm already past the time that I wanted to use on this situation. But that whole week, it was just pins and needles. Touch and go. It was everything that was, it wasn't good or whatever. I'm talking to my dad every day. I'm talking to my aunties, my cousins, everything like that. And like literally just having the phone up to her face, like, and she would like get mad, like, why are y'all doing this? Leave me alone. Do not watch me. Go about y'all day or whatever like that. Up until like, I want to say like maybe that Wednesday or Thursday, she just went mute. And it was like my dad had to put like I forgot what it was, but it was stuff to like just wet her lips. But she wasn't talking. Like she,
some kind of moisturizer or something.
Just to keep it, because at this point in time she wasn't even taking in water. So she just was like, okay, so I told y'all to leave me alone. I told y'all to go about y'all business. And y'all not listening. So I'm not gonna talk to y'all. Okay. So my dad's telling me like, okay, hey, so listen, she's not talking. She's still here, but you can tell she's not here. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm coming or whatever. So like, it's nothing. And he's like, no, she does not want you to see her like this. And I was like, I honestly don't want to see her like that either. But it just, I also had a close family member that was like, had called me and was like, and was like talking to me and was like, I'm not going to tell you how to feel, but I'm going to tell you how I felt, with my mom. And my family member kept going and talking about it or whatever. And I told my aunties, on my mom's side, my mom's sisters. And I was like, everybody can feel the way they want to feel about their mama, but that's my mama. I'm going to feel the way that I want to feel. If I don't want to let her go, I'm sorry. I'm selfish. But that's my mama. So then.
Take your time, baby. Take your time.
So then when it happened, like, I don't think that my family member was trying to make me feel guilty or anything. But I did tell my dad, and my dad was like, what? Like, no, she did not want you to see her like that. Because as you recall, the day, I don't even know if you put two and two together, but the day before she passed away, I was cleaning up. I was getting her room ready because I was like, well, I'm going to just come and get her. She just going to come down here. Like, we'll find some doctors down here in Texas and take care of her because obviously
y'all don't know what y'all doing up in Milwaukee.
Y'all doing. So I'm going to have to bring her here. So Texas,
hi my mama, hi my daddy, hi everything. Y'all messing everything up around
Y'all
here.
messing up everything up in here. Shoot. So I'm getting everything ready, and it was pressed upon my heart, like, hey, let's do a prayer call. So you remember I text all the well, I didn't text everybody. I just text the people that the Lord placed on my heart to text. So if you didn't get a text, I apologize. You take that up with God. So
Don't be mad at me. You set up with God.
So I text, everybody logs on. We say hi real quick. I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to waste y'all Saturday. I just want to, I'm going to read this scripture. I'm going to pray. And then whoever else feels led to pray, then, just pray or whatever. So my dad is at the hospice with her.
I know where you're going with this.
and it was like, okay. We get done praying. It was I wish I would have recorded it, because it was. The prayers that went up was amazing. Like, it was just amazing. Like, Papa Suggs was praying, my grandma was praying, Aaron had prayed. Did you pray?
No, I didn't pray.
I think
Tammy prayed.
Tammy. I was like, I know one of my friends had prayed.
Look, I'm like, Tammy prayed.
Tammy had prayed. Like, it was filled. I was like, okay, I feel relief. Like, all right, let's go.
And then you told.
I opened up my mouth to tell. Now, mind y'all, my daddy is sitting next to my mama, laying in the bed. I opened up my mouth and say, well, y'all, I found the flight, and I'm going to come home, and I'm going to come get my mama. I'm going to tell her to get up out that bed, and AJ done found the spanking spoon, so he ready for her to come and pop that booty, like, I'm just like, so we just ready, y'all, we ready. And I was like, my flight gets there at 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock, something, and then you was like, AM or PM,
because I was like, AM or
like,
PM.
AM or PM. I was like, PM, girl, because Aaron gonna go to church. We go, I was gonna go to church Saturday night. Aaron gonna do, Sunday. We gonna come get this baby, and we gonna bring her home. And my dad said, whenever you had said that, she made some type of movement. And it was like she was trying to progress to hurry up and pass away, because she did not want you to see her like that. So that morning, I was waiting for the time to hurry up and pass. And my dad called at like 6:30. Or 6, I think it was 6:30. And he was like, cancel your flight. She's in heaven. And I was like, okay. Aaron turns and look at me. And I just was like, she gone. And lost it.
Both of y'all? Or just you?
Well, I don't even know what he was doing. Like, I
wasn't paying attention. I was in my own world, child. Let me worry about me.
I just was like, so, I just was sitting there, and I was like, not asking God, like, why or anything, which it's like, he don't owe me no answer, even if I do ask him why. But I wasn't, like, me and my dad be talking about it, and it's like, I don't know why or whatever. And I just knew that he was going to heal her, and on this side, and it didn't happen the way that we wanted it to. And it was like, I don't know, it was like I literally think that I said it out loud, like, dang, God, like, for real, like, you healed so many people, and this is a true G. Like, she be riding for you. She, like, even on her deathbed, she was still ministering to people. And this is what's up. And as quickly as it left my mind, as quickly as the Lord reminded me, like, oh, but I'm sovereign. My thoughts are larger than your thoughts. The ultimate goal for you is to get where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
So get your life together so you can see her again.
Mm-hmm.
You steady up there acting like this is your permanent home down here.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's at rest. She can go to the bathroom if she wants to. But she can eat whatever she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
She's eating well. She's in her mansion. And of course it hurts. It's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my mom or that I shed a tear. But it's like, and I'm pretty sure for the rest of my life it's going to be a type of void that's not going to ever be able to, like, I'm not saying that that's the last thing that I'm saying. I trust God with my whole heart.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that if this situation did not happen, I would always be trying to depend on my mom instead of depending all on him. Because like I said, I was selfish. I wanted my mom for me. I wanted my mom to raise these kids, to raise AJ. I didn't want to do this. Like, she loved kids. I didn't love kids. But
That's
it
not
was
what she
just
meant.
like,
That's not what she meant. She loved her old kids. She do.
But I'm just saying, like, she had a heart of gold. She had the heart to take care of kids, and she did it with ease. Like, you wouldn't even, like, she just was the bomb.com. Like, I can't talk about her enough, but I do feel like the situation could have not, of course, if it was up to me, of course she would still be here, but I'm just saying, like, the way that it happened, it had to happen. And even my dad had reminded me, like, I think he knows that I wouldn't ever, like, not trust God, because it's like, shoot, if anything, this make you want to trust him more because he the only one that's gonna pull you out, off of this one. So it was like, I know that you were referencing to Hezekiah when you were was it Hezekiah or Hezekiah, Jeremiah? Listen, y'all read your word. I think it was
I want to say
Hezekiah.
you said it was Jeremiah because you had told us about it when we. Well, you know what? Don't give me the line because maybe you said Jeremiah earlier.
I probably did say Jeremiah,
thinking,
but it was supposed to be Hezekiah, I believe, y'all. I think it's Hezekiah. Y'all don't quote me though, but whoever
said, read your word, y'all figure it out.
But I want to say it's Hezekiah. If I said Jeremiah, I apologize. But I think it was Hezekiah, and he had reminded me. He said, Hezekiah pleaded to the Lord. Excuse me, and the Lord.
It's Hezekiah.
Okay, thank you. And the Lord had granted his request. Your mom didn't request that.
It's in 2 Kings, y'all, just in case y'all want to know.
Thank you, girl. So when he had said that, I was like, you know what? I had thought of that as well. Because it was like we were pulling for her to stay, but she was already telling us, listen, I'm about to go to heaven. Ooh, no matter what y'all say.
What they say. Y'all can keep doing all that all y'all want.
All y'all want to.
But
and
I'm going
like,
to the upper room.
Okay.
Going to glory. Okay,
I'm going
listen.
to glory. Like, don't cry for me. Like, don't do that. Like, get your life together so that you can see me, so I can see you again. I'm still living. I'm just not living on earth. Like, I graduated. That's what we all supposed to be doing.
Listen, that baby said, dun, 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 dun. So he walks across that stage like,
hey,
what up, Jesus? What up? I'm here, y'all. I'm here. A party ain't a party till I walk through. Like, y'all been waiting for me.
Like,
listen,
I'm here, y'all. Like,
I am here.
So it's just
give my wings,
right? Like, boom, boom, bloop, bloop, bloop. Let me fly over here. Let me fly over there. So
y'all forgive us. Y'all know we
have to make this light because this is torturing me. Like, I had told Angie, like, I know we gonna have to do it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. Like, I can't do it. of course, it's more behind it or whatever like that. Like it was times like I think I'm over it, but I know that there were times where I could not listen to songs that were talking about the Lord being a miracle worker, and I was just like, too soon.
I'm
Like,
sorry, I didn't even catch that last part. My kids and came in here.
oh my bad. I was saying that it was a time when Miles, it was a time.
Baby said,
He
huh?
said, huh? I can't hear you. It was a time when I could not listen to songs that to the Lord that were talking about a miracle worker and a healer. And I was like, too soon.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now.
Understandable.
But I still would I would sing other songs, but it would just be like not
Like you
not
said, too
that one.
soon. Like I just can't. I believe it. I believe it.
I'm like, I believe it because I mean you did it before. So I just too soon. But I believe it. I believe it. Just, So I say all of that to say that 2022 definitely it shook the heck out of me. Something that you don't honestly like I I don't know, like you can prepare for it as much as you want to, but even in the preparation of trying to get prepared for it, like I still was not prepared. Like I told y'all, I was dissing all of it. Like the Lord telling me, I'm like, nope. My mama telling me, nope. Everything was happening.
Said,
And
I
I
don't
just was
hear
like,
you. I don't hear you. La 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 la.
and it was just, yes, Miles, la 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 la.
It is Christmas.
Oh my God, it is Christmas. So yeah, so it was like that. I feel like that was the biggest bad about for me. The good, and I don't even know if I have wrapped that up good enough, but I feel like I've been talking about it too long. So let me just move on. But just the good that happened this year. I don't know if you guys have been on, but I have released a devotional book. It's a 12-day devotional book. It's called Faith Over Everything. And just, if you can support your girl,
It's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. The link is in the description. Okay, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, Miles. Come on.
Yeah.
PR for me.
Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Faith Over Everything, a 12-day devotional. Okay. Let me tell y'all what's good about this devotional. Okay. Every devotional, when you get to the end of it, there's a QR code that you can scan. And guess what it is, y'all? A playlist. A playlist for every devotion. Hallelujah. Yes. Say it, Miles. That's all right. He don't want to do it. He don't want to be put on the spot.
Oh
but
my
yes.
gosh.
Okay, y'all better listen. If y'all ain't got one, what you waiting for? What you waiting for?
And hopefully it by the end of this year
it's only $13.
or the beginning.
You ain't got
If you don't have $13, let me know. I'll see what I can do to get this to you. It's on what is it? Kindle. It's on hard copy or soft copy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, ebook. You can ebook.
But hopefully, prayerfully, by the end of this year or the beginning of 2023, it will be in Audible, and I will actually be doing the narration, so you can actually get to hear my voice. Although I don't really care for my voice, but
I still hear you, girl.
So so just be looking out that, like, thank the Lord, all glory to God for that one, because ain't nobody know that I was gonna do that. Oh, and if y'all was knowing, I mean, if y'all even cared, like, my mom did know about this devotional because, like, she is my best friend. So she knew about all, like, any and everything, like anything that I start, she knows about. And the good thing about her is when you tell her something, you can be confident that she not gonna tell nobody.
She ain't gonna tell nobody. Let me tell you, I didn't sit in her office when my baby was going to her daycare, and and I praise God, thank God. I put that in my video message for her memorial video thing. That I thank God for her because I would not have known who to send my baby to daycare with because, you can't trust folks. You don't be knowing people like, oh, Lord Jesus. So I was so thankful because she was that basically family. So it's like he's at daycare with family. I know that he's going to be okay. I trusted her and her staff. I knew he was going to be looked at. But when I tell y'all, there were times where I'll pick Xavier up from daycare and where I had some stuff going on in my life, and I would go in that room and talk to Mama Malone, and that baby's teacher would come in there like, are you gonna take? Oh, I'm sorry, girl. I was having my counseling
carried away. Right, counseling session.
Oh Lord, we was just having a moment. Listen, so she was definitely a gem, an angel, a sweetheart. You know what? When you was talking, and you was like, "Why?" No, not that you would ask God why. We can't necessarily ask. What if? Because she was a good person. She talked to a lot of people. She was like you talk to people, like you come in contact with people, and things that you say, they just be like, oh, okay. You may not be like, I ain't got to be the most popular person in the world, but people know you. Whatever. That's how your mama was. I learned that from like listening to her, like watching her, the funeral and everything, and everybody that was saying everything. I was like, Jasmine is really her mama. Like Jasmine is her mom. Like, I didn't know her mom like in the friend, category like that. I just knew her as Mama Malone. Like, okay, Mama Malone. But I'm like listening to things that she did, the way that she was, and when I tell y'all, Jasmine sounds similar to her mother. I'm just like, okay, so maybe. And don't quote me because I'm not God, okay? But maybe there's a quota of like souls we supposed to reach. And that baby was like, she met her quota. He was like, all right, yep. Come on.
Like she did overtime.
Overachiever.
She been was due. I've been told y'all to take her. What the heck?
Come on. So, because listen, that baby didn't play, okay? She was definitely about her father's business, all right? Like you said, just even for her to be, dealing with what she was dealing with and just always be in good spirits. Like, so it was just like, girl. So maybe she met her quota. We don't know.
But listen, and I think even when I had said it in the prayer thing, I was like, I think I was praying to Lord. I was like, but your will be done. But I'm praying that your will is gonna give her some more years. And I was like, you said 70.
Praying your will is my will. I'm praying our wills align.
Right. I'm like, you said 70 years, and I know I'm probably not gonna be ready in 10 years either. But Lord Jesus.
You could just do me this one favor again. just this
you
one
did it
favor,
before,
Lord.
Jesus. I know you can do it again. He was like, nah.
But I hear you, baby, but not this time.
It's for your good. It's for your good. For my glory, but for your good.
For your glory. Okay,
yes,
y'all.
Yes. I'm sorry, y'all.
Get that devotional. Y'all
get
heard
that
what
devotional.
I said. Get the devotional. Listen to the playlist. Scan it. I said, I didn't know she had. I didn't even know she did that. I said, what is this? Scan it. I said, oh, she fancy.
Listen, I'm trying to be a DJ out here. Listen,
she is. I told y'all, if y'all not subscribed to our newsletter, we do a playlist every month on the newsletter as well.
Every
and DJ Jazzy Jasmine.
Out here on the
we ain't got no
twos.
name yet, but DJ Jasmine, she be doing the playlist. So get with it. Actually, she do everything. I just put it together.
No, we work as a team. That's what happens. Listen, we work as a team because you do a lot of stuff behind the scene that I don't be doing nothing.
Yo, it'd be funny because it'd be like Jasmine would be like, "Oh, I want to do this, that, I want this." Because let me tell y'all, we was talking about doing these TikToks, and I'm just not gonna say what it is, but she was like, "Yeah, then I want it to be where when we do one, it'll be like on the next episode, it'd be like a little trailer." I said, "Girl, who got time to be edited?"
She be shutting my dreams down, y'all. She be shutting my dreams down because she the one that gotta do it.
It'd be so funny because I'm like, you know what? That's because she don't do this part, so she doesn't understand what goes into this part.
I'm gonna do one of them, and I'm gonna be like, "Nah, pimp, we ain't finna do nothing. We ain't doing nothing. Nothing."
So we'll do it, and then we'll be like on the next episode, and then you do a little. I was like,
I'm gonna learn it. You know what? I think
2023, Jasmine's gonna learn how to edit.
I am. And y'all gonna be surprised because y'all gonna be like, dang, she missed the
told
whole
me the other day.
episode.
She said, you gonna teach me? She said, you gonna teach me? I told her she gonna learn the same way I learned. On the job. Ain't nobody teach me. Aaron can teach you. I'm pretty sure Aaron knows.
I'm just gonna
That'll
hire
probably
Aaron.
be better.
I'm just gonna hire Aaron. Him and Yana can do it. Like I'm tired of it.
Get somebody else to do it.
Right. He's like, can you take a picture of it? Get somebody else to do it. I'm going to do that.
Y'all. Get somebody else to do it. Okay. Listen, because Aaron can be our editor. Marcus, he about to be our sponsor. Yep. Okay, we about to have a sponsor out here in 2023, yep. Y'all. So if y'all trying to get on it, you know what I'm saying, don't let them be the only one. All right? Because, shoot, we going to be booked and busy pretty soon.
Okay. And y'all going to be like, oh, I remember now. Be like,
Be like, I don't remember you in my comment section. Mommy Lane was there. And Courtney be there too. Faithfully. Hey, Courtney don't be there. Yes. Courtney be there. Look at her.
My
hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Yes.
Danny be in the comments. Okay, listen, y'all see, we shout you out. Danny be in these comments. Danny be in both comments. So
funny.
Drea was in the comments. Listen.
Yes, helping us out with the songs.
Listen, we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all. So comment below, the rest of y'all.
But we about to end this episode so we can jump to the other one. The other one just gonna be fun, quick, fast, and easy because we got to go.
Oh yeah, get y'all merch.
My kids and came in here. If y'all don't listen, y'all got to the end of this year.
Boom,
to buy some merchandise. Okay.
Y'all already
shout out to Toya.
Bottles.
Toya and Michaela.
Hoodie. Michaela got her
shirt. Bought her shirt. Okay.
Aaron be repping his hat. He ain't took no pictures yet, but he be out in these Texas streets. I was gonna say sheets. He don't be on them sheets. He be only in my sheets. Okay.
She can't even talk. That's all like we gotta go to bed.
Texas streets. Okay.
But he don't count. He family. Listen, if you live in the same household as me,
hey.
I mean, it's a sale is a sale, but still.
Right.
Listen. Y'all got to.
When it's coming out, y'all better get y'all pajamas.
This sound like a threat.
Some stockings.
We do got some.
We do got
Christmas pajamas.
My stocking came in. Did I tell you?
Dang. We got Christmas pajamas. You can show them at the next episode. Well, that's gonna be at the end of the month, but she told y'all it was a stocking, so she can show y'all what it looks like. So now y'all know it's available, so y'all can go check it out by it yourself, and then she can show you the next episode what it looked like. But anywho, I mean, it's just I'm gonna leave it open to the end of the year. Okay, and I'm gonna close it up. I mean, I can open it back up; it's not a problem eventually. But you know, I'm just gonna close it up because y'all don't love us. No, I'm just playing. I ain't gonna say y'all don't love us, but you know, let us know. Look at the shop, buy a shirt, buy a sticker. It's a sticker for $2.99. Like goodness, buy us a coffee. I feel like maybe we're promoting too much. That's why I kind of feel like maybe one gotta go. Okay, so
no, you promote everything because somebody might like it one way, and we might buy a coffee. We might get sponsored for real, some big money.
Listen, buy us a coffee is nothing but sending us just a little. Buy us a coffee is nothing but a love token. We got to say it in the word like that. Yes, it's a love offering. Okay, buy us a coffee is a love offering. Okay, y'all want to send us a love offering? We will appreciate it. Okay, we done told y'all all our business and what 2022 then came in and did to us. Okay, so just show us a little love. Purchase our merch. Sign up for our newsletter. You know, listen to the podcast. Listen to the playlist, all of that. But all right, y'all, we're going to end this episode for real. We will holler at you on, I think, the day after Christmas.
Oh.
Yes, the day after Christmas. We will see y'all. Hope you guys have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas. And
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Yes, and remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. Okay. All right. Bye.
Hey, FOE.
FOE.
Faith over everything.
Faith over everything.
FOE.
FOE.
Faith over